We have some major breaking news. It has been announced that Truex Jr. will attempt to qualify for the 2025 Daytona 500 with TRICON Garage. What's going, guys? It's Daniel, and welcome back to the video. As I just said in Senate, we got some pretty massive major Daytona 500 news breaking, as it has been officially confirmed that Truex Jr. will be attempting to qualify for the 2025 Daytona 500. He will drive for TRICON Garage. The number that he is going to drive is the number 56. Now, the number 56 pays homage to his history with the number 56 when he drove for Michael Waltrip Racing. Also, when he drove in the ARCA's E-Series back in the day when it was called, I believe, the ARCA, not ARCA, but the KM Pro West E-Series back in the day. Here's a statement from TRICON Garage. TRICON Garage announced today that it will attempt to make its NASCAR Cup Series debut in the 67th running of the Daytona 500 with 2017 Cup champion Martin Truex Jr. The Mayetta, New Jersey native will pilot the number 56 Toyota Camry XSC. Bass Pro Shops will be the sponsor on the car, and they will continue their long-term relationship with Martin Truex Jr. in 2025. Here's what Martin Truex Jr. said about the announcement. It's going to be a really cool deal to be able to work with Cole and have the number 56 again since Truex Jr. I really appreciate everyone at Bass Pro Shops, TRICON, and Toyota helping put this together to go have some fun, and I can't think of a better time to go win this thing for Johnny Morris. Here's what David Gillen said about the announcement. This opportunity is a testament to the dedication of our entire organization and our partners at Toyota. Having raced against Martin for many years, I can confidently say there's no stronger competition and one behind the wheel for our first NASCAR Cup Series entry at the sport's most prestigious race. As an open entry, we know the road ahead will be challenging, but I have no doubt tomorrow will put us in the best position to succeed. I've had the privilege of sitting on the pole at Daytona, but my next goal is to celebrate in victory lane. This has been rumored over the course of the last couple months. Before I continue on, like it was mentioned there, Cole Pearn will be the crew chief for Truex Jr., so those two are going to be back working together. But let's get to this. This was rumored a couple weeks back. I think the Bobby Parsons account was the first one to kind of talk about this TRICON Garage rumor. Then people didn't believe it at first, but then Bob Pocker started talking about it. And when Bob Pocker starts talking about things, you know they probably are true. This is absolutely a huge deal. This is going to be another team that will be attempting to make your NASCAR Cup Series debut. We've also got Junior Motorsports who will be doing that as well with Justin Allgaier. But this is huge. Now, Truex Jr. originally was supposed to drive for 2311 Racing in a fourth car. It's unknown if 2411 is going to run a fourth car in this year's Daytona 500, but he will be driving for TRICON Garage. Now, from what I understand, Joe Gibbs Racing will be the team that will be preparing the car here. Basically, TRICON is just going to be under the name. I expect Joe Gibbs Racing to prepare the car because Truex Jr. is still an ambassador over at Joe Gibbs Racing. Now, we don't know what the rest schedule for Truex Jr. is going to look like for 2025. We have heard he's going to make select starts in NASCAR Xfinity Series competition, most likely in the number 19 car in Xfinity competition. That all-star entry is my guess. I think he's going to make a couple truck starts as well. You never know. Could make some ARCA starts for TRICON as well. Who knows at this point? But this is absolutely a huge deal. Now, Truex Jr. has accomplished a lot in the sport. 34 career NASCAR Cup Series wins, a Cup Series championship back in 2017, and he's going to get to work with Cole Pearn. We all remember Cole Pearn, how amazing of a crew chief he was. Cole Pearn and Truex Jr. had a magic chemistry. Once those two teamed up together, they were like an unstoppable force. I remember back in 2015 when they won one race with Fernando Truex, then 2016 they got 4 wins together, but that 2017 season was one of the most magical seasons we've seen from a team ever. They went on to win 8 races that year and won the NASCAR Cup title. They still won 4 races in 2018. Then they went to go together to work over at Joe Gibbs Racing, and they won, like 6 or 7 races in 2019, if I remember correctly. And then 2020 was the first year that Cole wasn't there, and the performance started declining around that time for Martin Truex Jr. I think these two are going to have a lot of fun, and it's really cool to see that Cole Pearn, who in my opinion should be a NASCAR Hall of Famer for how great of a crew chief he is, glad to see he'll be back in the sport as a crew chief. Now, could this lead to TRICON running more NASCAR Cup Series starts? I think down the road, yes. I don't know if they'll make any more starts in 2025 at this point, but I think the fact they are making their NASCAR Cup Series debut, to be honest, is honestly incredible. Now, Truex Jr. is going to have a ton of competition that he's going to be going up against. He's going to have to go up against the Junior Motorsports entry of Justin Allgaier, which will be making their NASCAR Cup Series debut as well for Junior Motorsports. Jimmy Johnson is expected to drive the 84 car for Legacy Team Motor Club. You've got Elio Castroneves, who will drive the 91 car for Project 91, though he's already guaranteed a spot no matter what in this year's Daytona 500. I would not be surprised if RCR does enter a car for Austin Hill for the Daytona 500. Beer Motorsports, they are going to have a car for Anthony Alfredo, and Ride Racing is going to have JJ Yeley behind the wheel, and we also know some other teams like MBM, they're trying to scramble to find a driver because Mike Wallace is no longer allowed to run. I'm thinking maybe Sheldon Creed, Sam Mayer could be front-running candidates for that seat at this particular point. And Rick Ware is also expected to drive the 15. It sounds like Corey LaJoie may be the favorite for the number 15 car at this point, so we'll have to kind of wait and see. I think for Truex, I don't think he makes it in on qualifying day. The Chevrolets are really, really fast generally on Daytona 500 qualifying day, so I think the goal is to make it in from the race. Now, he's going to have a lot of help from his Toyota teammates, like Bubba Wallace, like Denny Hamlin, like, of course, Christopher Bell and Chase Briscoe and Tyler Reddick and all the other people part of the team. But I think it's so awesome to see that Martin Truex Jr. is not giving up on this sport and is going to be continuing the race in 2025 for a select amount of races. I just love to see this. I think this is a huge deal that he is coming back to NASCAR once again, racing in the Daytona 500. He was promised a ride and promised an opportunity. And like I've already mentioned and said multiple times, I really think Truex has a really good chance. I would say he's one of the front runners to definitely get in from the race time when we get to the duels in a couple Thursdays from now. I don't think, though, unfortunately, he will have the pace and speed to get there just from the qualifying day, but I think he's got a really good opportunity here. So I think Martin Truex Jr. will be fast enough, and I think he'll seriously be capable enough to make the Daytona 500. That's one of the last big races that Martin Truex Jr. needs to win is the Daytona 500, and it'd be pretty awesome to see that number 56 car back in victory lane. I think he does have a really great opportunity here and a very strong chance, and like I've already mentioned and said, I think he could have an opportunity to win his first ever Daytona 500. This will be like his 18th or 19th attempt to make the 500. I think he's got a good opportunity to definitely make the 500 in 2025. So, that is going to be today's special breaking news episode on Martin Truex Jr. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support me on Patreon as well. Let's go below that and comment your thoughts below on today's episode. How do you think Martin Truex Jr. is going to do in the Daytona 500 with TRICON? Do you think he has a chance to make the field, or do you think he's going to miss it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Earlier this morning on the channel, I uploaded a video on the Daytona 500 interest, an update on that, including Martin Truex Jr. with the TRICON Garage organization. There is going to be potentially more videos coming today if more news does end up breaking. Tomorrow, we're going to have a NASCAR news video discussing news over the course of the last couple of days. We're going to have content also on people like Haley Deegan, Shane Van Gisbergen, Carl Edwards, Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch, Bubba Walsh, Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, Brad Keselowski, Frankie Muniz, Matt DiBenedetto's Vikings revealed their stuff, Eric Almirola, Chandler Smith, Carson Quaffle, Connor Zillis, Junior Motorsports, you name it, all that good stuff. And Brad Keselowski too, and Daniel Suarez, and you name it. A lot of that content will be dropping really soon here as we get closer to the start of the 2025 season. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody. See you guys next time.